Welcome to Lockie Creations, where I feature my fabulous crafty life. Hello, crafty friends. Welcome back to Lockie Creations. So today I will be doing a 2-page weekly spread in my Happy Planner Classic for a cruise theme. I'll be taking a cruise, and so I've grabbed some scrapbook paper from a kit that I received as a gift, as well as some nautical themed stamps that came from Amazon. Those stamps on the right, even though they are in a crafter square little pack, those actually came from Amazon. So yeah, I have these stamps that I'm going to use. I really like this one that has a little cruise ship, so has some luggage and different things, so definitely going to use those. And these also have a vintagey travel look. There's also a ship, lighthouse, treasure box, etc. So this paper kit that I'm using, it's the Caribbean Cruise kit. And again, I received this as a gift. It has these nice stickers and double-sided paper. These aren't cardstock, they are paper, but as you can see, they're very nice and double-sided. So I definitely have been kind of hoarding this for a while because I wanted to do a scrapbook layout. But I'm going to use just some of this for my Happy Planner journal for the week. So yeah, I really like these. They have these awesome stickers. So I also have this paper pack, which is one I believe I got from Michael's quite a while back, and it has just different colors and different patterns. So some of these I use in some of my cruisy, because of course you can see the blue striped nautical paper, very nautical. There are some red stripes, yellows, just a bunch of different colors. So I definitely think those add to that nautical theme. So I'm going to pull apart a few of those that I'll use potentially in my book. I was trying to decide if I just wanted to stick with the blue and yellows or go with red. Ultimately, I stick with the blue and yellow color theme. So I'm using this Happy Planner Wellness vertical layout for my weeklies. And I want to add some of this paper to incorporate into my spread. But I'm trying to decide kind of what I want to do. So I decided, yep, the colors of the blue and the yellow I think go really well with this paper, and I definitely want to use some of the paper that has the ocean theme. So I'm going to use those, and my thought is that I'm going to add these kind of rectangle boxes going vertically across my page. So I'm grabbing my little Happy Planner Classic punch, and I'm going to just punch out some of those areas of that cardstock, and I'm being very careful to get the blue and the yellow where the sand and the ocean mix, because I do want this to have a very ocean nautical theme for my Caribbean cruise. So trying to just kind of decide the layout, and I'm not going to go in a perfect square. I'm just going to go kind of in a wonky line across the middle of the page with those little strips that I'm cutting out. And I'm just kind of looking at placement and again trying to decide, which direction I want the papers to go in, which colors will look good together. I don't want to have two blues next to each other or two yellows. So just kind of giving it an eyeball to kind of see where I want to place those papers. And I like using this this style just to kind of give that visual line across the middle of the page. And I just think it gives it a nice decorative area, but it also allows me to have some space to write and add other things within my journal. So I'm just kind of laying it out across there, and I think I have the basic order that I want them to go. Now I do want that one in the very middle to cover both of those pages, so I'm going to start with that one and kind of cut it down the middle and then glue that down just so that I kind of have that first area to work with. And I do realize that I am covering up the little mushroom punches, so I will later go back and punch those out. I do have the large Happy Planner punch as well as the handheld one that you can do individual punches with. So I'll fix that. So I'm just using my glue stick here to, again, just kind of glue and adhere those strips of scrapbook paper that I've punched out in that wonky line going across the middle of my page. And I really am going for, again, an ocean, very kind of whimsical, abstract kind of look here, but you still get the nods of the ocean. I have the nautical stripes in the yellow and the blue. I have the sand and beach theme where the sand and ocean meet, and then I have just the really pretty blue ocean theme stripes. So I think those go really well with this nautical theme. So I'm happy with the placement of those. So once I get those laid out, now I have, of course, some little paraphernalia here from like a past cruise that I've taken. So I thought, maybe I'll use that Carnival luggage tag on the page. So just grabbing some things that would kind of make it a little junk journal-y as well. I am going to do a lot of stamping on this page. I do love to use stamps, and these stamps that I have here are some of my faves. But I kind of decided that I want to stamp, but in some cases I want to kind of make it a little bit more scrapbooky, in that I'm going to stamp on some white paper and then fussy cut out those shapes to glue them. So basically kind of making ephemera instead of stamping directly on the page. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. I've stamped the cruise ship on that white cardstock, and I just love that. It gives it that pop, and again, it's giving me a scrapbooky element. So these are ways that if you want to add more scrapbookiness to your planner and journals, you can use some of those scrapbook techniques just to give it a little bit more dimension. So clearly here I was missing scrapbooking, so I had to add my elements of scrapbooking in here. So next I'm going to grab some more Distress ink. I love this this vintagey brownish color. So I'm I am stamping some more images. I have that little suitcase. I'm going to stamp that. I'm also going to stamp some sunglasses, some flip-flops, just different things that I'm going to use across the page. So just stamping those up using that same Distress Oxide. That's one of my faves. That is part of the Ranger ink, and the color that I'm using to get that brown vintagey look is the Walnut Stain. That's kind of one of my favorite go-to colors. So I'll be using that Walnut Stain and a combination of just regular black ink. Some of the Craft Smart ink, I believe that came from maybe Amazon or Joann's. So anyway, I'm stamping up those shapes. And again, I'm using my, my white paper for those images. Now, I do have some of these Happy Planner stickers that are like more daily productive stickers that I thought I would use on the page. So I'm kind of going through there. And again, I'm looking for more yellow and more blue. So I didn't find any in that first roll, but now I'm getting these rolls that also have some boxes. These ones are, I believe, from a wellness sticker pack, and there are a few that have that kind of blue and yellow color that I consider using. So I'm gonna grab a few of those. And again, I'm just trying to stay in that color theme of the blue and the yellow. So I do like that yellow one there. It kind of has a little bit yellow and blue. Now this one is a daily kind of calendar type of sticker, but I'm going to cover the numbers up because I don't really need that. And as you see, I'm grabbing that little strip of yellow paper, and I'm going to make a little washi strip just to cover up the top of that box. I think it would just be more cohesive with my page. So I'm going to grab that little suitcase ephemera sticker that I made and glue that down right in that box. I like that. And I'm focusing more on that latter part of the week because that is when I will be going on my cruise. So I definitely wanted to highlight the time that I would actually be on the ship by decorating that with all the nautical and cruise items. Now I am just doing some more stamping. I have this little camera, and I think that's a very nice addition to my vacation page. So I'm going to cut that out. That one I did stamp in the black, again, just to have some contrast between the black and the walnut stain color. Trying to figure out the placement that I want to put that, and ultimately I kind of settle on the top area between my Friday and Saturday where I have that yellow box. I like that. Now I also have these stickers, excuse me, that have, or they're kind of summer themed, but of course they have some elements that would also match my page, like the little flip-flops. So I definitely wanted to incorporate those flip-flops on my page. So again, I'm going to use that same technique that I've been using by getting some white piece of scrap paper and stamping the image on that. I kind of decided that I want to go blue here, but no, I think I want to keep all my stamps within that black or walnut stain color. I did initially kind of stamp it with the blue, but wasn't really feeling that, so you'll see me go over it with the black here in a moment. I do like the blue, but I just felt like I haven't stamped anything else blue on the page, so I just decided to go with my color theme that I was working with between the black and the walnut stain for the stamp specifically. So here's where I'm like, oh, yeah, purple, no, not really. So I'm just playing around with different colors that I want those little flip-flops. So those flip-flops were kind of a labor of love just to figure out the right color, and ultimately just get some black flip-flops. I got a lot of color going on here, so I wanted to stick with my basics with my stamping. So that's what I've done here in that bottom corner. So I'm going to fussy cut that out, and then I can glue that to my page. Now I know I have a lot of stamps going on the right side of the page, so this is where I'm going to start to add some of those features on the left side of my page. And I'm liking how that's looking. Now my my kit does have some stickers, and it has these nice images. I was kind of having a hard time using them, but I did want to use that Caribbean Cruise title that was on the front of the pack of that kit. So I did grab that and cut that out, and I added that to that right side of my page. Then I do have that little strip that says weekend plans. So I added that also right there on the right of my page under the cruise ship, and I really, really like that. So it's kind of coming together. So now I'm going to just add a few functional items. So I'm going to add a little tracking list to that section on the left, just because I have to finish packing and do some other things. So I wanted to have a list before I go on my cruise. So now I'm grabbing this Happy Planner Rung sticker kit that is called Going Places. And it has all these little girls that have bathing suits and travel themes. And I like this book because it has travel themes for like going several different places, going on tropical vacation, going to the Paris vacation, and different stickers. So I'm going to grab a few of those that kind of have that nautical beachy theme. So you see I added the little gal on the right hand side that has a bathing suit. I added that little strip on the bottom right hand side, which is, it says let's wonder, and so there I can add what town, city I'm going to. Is it sun, surf, or sand? Food, culture. So anyway, can write a little bit about my trip down there. So there's these little blue boxes with the lady with the yellow shirt, so she definitely would fit good, so I added her down there. Now I am grabbing another little sticker that I'm going to throw on the page. And again, I'm just going through this book to see, some of these are the little gals, some of them are little bullet points that I'm going to add to the right hand section of my page just to give myself a space to just write some highlights of things that are happening. Loving it so far. And I think it's really coming together. I really like the shapes that I'm using on this page. I think it's very eye-catchy, and by using those boxes but putting them kind of diagonally in like a wonky shape and kind of making these clusters, I think that is really appealing to the eye. So I like it. I think it's coming together nicely. So next I'm going into this sticker book that has these different color shapes, and I'm going to grab a few of those little boxes just to add around so I can have areas to write and highlight different things. And I didn't want to, I did want to add some black and just some basic colors. So here I'm building a little cluster for that box. I didn't really like that one down at the bottom where I put it, so I am going to remove that and ultimately use that sticker in a different area. But, you know, trying things just to see what works and see if I like what I have going on. So I am grabbing also some washi tape, and this particular metallic-y blue washi tape, I got this from Amazon, as well as that little light blue shimmery washi tape. Those are not the best quality washi tapes, but I think they fit well with this theme. So I'm going to add some of those to the top left-hand section of my page and also to the bottom left. Now, at this point, I didn't even realize that my camera has stopped recording. So here I'm going to insert a few photos of my final page. But I think it turned out nicely. I added a few more of those stickers. This was just kind of what I was doing on the back of the page. So just showing you there kind of how I decorated the back of my page, just so that I could have some space to add some pictures. And I ultimately have a sheet just for writing. But yep, here's a look at my final page. Apologize for the video cutting short, but I am so looking forward to this trip. And now I have a nice spread to commemorate my week and all about my trip. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, be blessed.